Hello everyone, welcome to an ERLC video. It's been a while since I've done an ERLC video, but I've just been uploading some of the stuff I recorded on vacation, so yeah. But anyway, today we're going to be going over some of your ERLC hot takes. If you don't know what a hot take is, it's basically just a controversial opinion that people may not agree with. In my Discord, we made a hot take chat kind of a long time ago, and yeah, we're just gonna be going over what people have to think about the game, and there's some pretty interesting ones here that I'd like to go over. So anyway, let's jump into it. The first one says, making the game public ruined its reputation as well as the people playing the game. It was better when you had to pay for it. This I don't really agree with, and I think that because I feel that the game is more casual now, I guess, and I like that a lot more than having all these Roblox roleplay games where you have to be, like serious and all that. I don't really like that, in my opinion. And plus, even back then, people would just jump to private servers anyway if you really did want to roleplay. So the problem has always kind of been around with public servers not really roleplaying. It's something you can't really fix. You could fix it, I guess, if the game all of a sudden became super strict and you enforced, roleplay in public servers. But most people just go to private servers anyway. So that's my thoughts on that. And the next one is kind of similar. It says, people who don't know how to roleplay ruined ERLC, but I do have to say, private server customization is the best thing to happen. I will agree with the private server customization. That is probably one of the best updates ERLC's ever had. Just even like the private server update in general, that was probably one of the best updates the game has had. And on top of that, the customization you can do with your server, you can change the name. You can add all these custom liveries, custom lights. What else? All these like little settings that are not in public servers, you can tweak and customize it to how you want your server to be. But going back to the people who don't know how to roleplay ruined ERLC. Once again, if you do want like a roleplay experience, you just go to a private server. Even like a whitelisted private server, which I'm not really a fan of, but if you do want like actual roleplay, whitelisted servers are probably your best bet. Just because you don't have the possibility of a troller, or it's a lot harder for someone who's trying to troll get into a whitelisted server, because they actually have to apply and do all that stuff. Next one, more features added to other teams instead of the police and sheriff teams getting more features compared to the rest of the teams. Yeah, this one I kind of do agree. I feel like the police team does get a lot of updates. Technology in the real world for police is always changing. So obviously there's a lot more, I think, like material to add like to the game for the police teams. But there is definitely a lot of fire department stuff that I would like to see. DOT, I feel like DOT is actually in a pretty good state right now. So, yeah. Now, this next one is probably going to be the biggest hot take. This is probably the most interesting one as well that I've gotten. And it says, Lost Infinity is not a good community manager. He's there because he's been close to Fergie and Sean for a while. While he's done some good events in the past, he shouldn't be getting a full salary to make the occasional Twitter post. He doesn't even do Fan Friday anymore. That was the best idea he had in a long time, and he can't even bother picking out a photo to showcase on the Twitter page once a week. He really doesn't put in the effort he should to get a full salary like he does. He participated in one community-run event, then shut them all out. Rarely engages with the community unless moderating or making fun of people applying for PRC staff. For a community of the size of PRC, should be seeing more events, giveaways, competitions, etc. It's been documented in the past. They take a very long time to pay out winners of competitions. So that was a lot, and honestly, yeah, at least for the community, he doesn't really do a whole lot. Probably behind the scenes he does a little more, but yeah, Fan Friday was an awesome idea. They should have definitely brought that back. Should definitely still be a thing. If you don't know what that is, it's just like the message said, it's one picture a week from the community that just they think is cool or something. That's really it. It's posted at the Twitter, and there you go. But yeah, he doesn't really do a whole lot in my opinion. Once again, I would assume he does more behind the scenes that we just don't know about. But yeah, definitely more events would be definitely very nice. Giveaways, even competitions as well. That would just, I think, make the game a lot more active in terms of the player base and then the people who work on the game and manage it and all that stuff. Alright, next. PRC should stop focusing on variety and stuff like cars and guns if they aren't going to give the community what they actually want and ask for. I get that not all things are possible, but there are plenty of suggestions in the realm of possibilities PRC is completely ignored. This, I do agree. Actually, I'm kind of mixed about it because there is so many people in the PRC Discord that they all want like different things. You know, some person may want like a semi-truck, other person map expansion, other person motorcycles, other person some sort of job, another person some like vehicle. I don't know. But I think there definitely have been some standout suggestions that have been posted a lot by a lot of different people. And I think it's pretty possible for them to do. But I'm just not sure they have done that requested update because there's just so many other suggestions as well. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about this one. Alright, the next one is pretty short. It just says the helicopter's overpowered. I'm mixed about this one as well. Because me, whenever I get a helicopter on me, I just take my car and I just drive around the map the whole time. Like, I just circle the map. And no one can really catch up with me. Maybe because I have the Bugatti and it's the fastest car in the game. But I can definitely see lower players having a lot of trouble to escape the helicopter. Which, I mean, it is true to real life. It's not easy to escape a police helicopter. So I guess it's kind of, I don't know. This is kind of weird. I don't really know what to say for this one. Next one we have, a lot of law enforcement vehicles are mid at best. The Crown Vic is off and looks like it was slammed. The Taurus front bumper looks like it was pushed upwards. I honestly think that some of ELC's old models pre-2020 were better. The old liveries, the liveries for the law enforcement teams are also very mid. I think they could do much better. Yeah, the default liveries, especially for police, I don't really like. They're just kind of just really generic. The sheriff is okay. But yeah. But going back to the vehicle models, I think I do agree that the Crown Vic old, like pre-2020 model did look better. The Taurus's front bumper looks like it was pushed upwards. I'm not really sure because I didn't really pay attention to that. But even like some of the new vehicles coming out for the fictionalized version, like honestly, I think the new Explorer still looks pretty bad. It doesn't really resemble what it's supposed to be, except for the front. At least the back is a little bit better now, but it's still not. It just, I don't know, it looks blocky, but it looks very curvy at the same time, if that makes sense. I'm not really too sure how to put it, but yeah. Next, we have Springfield is one of the best places on the map, and I actually pretty agree with this. It's a nice little town. It's kind of out of the way, though. That's the only thing. In the Springfield RP servers, I think those are pretty popular. But yeah, overall, Springfield's a nice little town, especially if you set your spawn point there. If you're being chased and you respawn, you can definitely get like a big advantage if you respawn at Springfield instead of the normal River City spawn. Next up, this one has to do with the fire department. Most of the vehicles ERLC uses on the fire department are ugly. They work well for FDNY or New York servers, but I think everyone else would much rather have a Pierce Arrow instead of the oldest looking Seagrave Capital on the planet. And the liveries don't make it better because they're absolute crap as well. I think the liveries look pretty good. I don't know. They look fine to me. But more variety for fire department, I think, would be a good option. Just because, I don't know, the engine we have in game, I don't really like it a whole lot. It just looks weird. But a Pierce arrow would definitely look really good, especially a modern one. Those trucks really do look pretty amazing. And lastly, this is the last hot take, but your DLC map sucks so bad. Not only is it too small to be considered a county in the real world, River City has no transition from being a big skyscraper-worthy city that the devs set up to be into a county. But by the way, the city is structured the city structure is so weird. Sorry, this is kind of worded weird. 2 parks that are both ridiculously small. They're telling me there's no airport, trams, metro, subways, or commercial buses. This is before the summer update came out. Commercial, I mean big buses. Once again, this is before the summer update came out. In a city with the budget to make skyscrapers the size of King Kong and keep them maintained. The city also feels dead with a limited player count and negative AI traffic or pedestrians. In High Rock Park having a fire watchtower despite being like 3 in-game minutes from Springfield Station and rural areas. This makes no sense the more you look at it. I don't really agree with a lot of this. Just because the map is small, like, it's hard to word this, but if they were to, well, actually no. If they were to make a bigger map, they would need to consider every single player who plays it. They would need to optimize the map, which ERLC isn't really optimized right now. It's kind of in a weird state. I don't know. It's just not very optimized. But I think this statement wants the game to be more like absolutely realistic, which I don't really want because I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff I don't think people would use. An airport, probably not going to be used a lot. I think it's going to be pretty useless. Like there's no planes or anything, so why even have it? Trams, metro, subways, I mean, I could see, but there's not really a point where you can just drive a car that everyone has, by the way. Everyone gets a free car. Also, with the city feeling dead with the limited player count and negative AI traffic, like AI traffic I think is such a dumb suggestion, honestly. It's really not. I don't really like it. Just because, I don't know, it probably wouldn't work well at all. Pedestrians, I could see. I mean, you have Eddie, I think his name, at the chop shop. I mean, he's kind of an AI NPC. But he just walks around and you have to sell your car to him. But I feel like this is asking for a whole lot. Like, make the map 1,000,000 times bigger. Add all this. Like, these super realistic features that every city has. And yeah, that's how I feel about this. I don't agree with this hot take. So, yeah. But anyway, that is it for the hot take video. If you want me to do a second part to this, feel free to leave some in the description below. Or leave some hot takes in the comments below. And maybe I'll consider it. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.